Hey guys, how you doing? A little video about what I'm looking for in terms of the belts. There's a lot of people starting to ask questions about gradings and grades and what's required, so I thought I'd do a little video on what I look for and what I've seen. So blue belt is pretty much, for me, street readiness. So there's a big emphasis on things, for example, like scarf hold and stuff like that. Positions that traditionally we don't use a lot of, after blue belt and after purple belt, but in the street they're very, very common. There's a huge emphasis on escapes, especially escaping mount, preventing knee ride, things like that. Standing wise, there's like 4 basic throws, and then you've got to look at headlock escapes from standing, dealing with headlocks with punches standing, all the normal self-defense stuff, but the primary thing is street readiness. The test for blue belt is a physical test. It's pretty physically difficult and demanding, and I want to put you in a position where you're really challenged to think about what you're doing and making good decisions under pressure. So composure under pressure is the motto that I have for blue belt. How well do you make decisions about basic movement when you're under duress? Then purple belt is really looking at the techniques that you learned from white to blue and then starting to pair everything up. So like it's more about combinations. So combinations is the mantra for purple belt, or blue to purple, that journey, right? So you might have learned how to do a choke and how to do an arm lock and how to do a sweep as a white belt heading to blue. Now I'm asking you to group these together into efficient combinations, so that it's the first chance where you get to kind of fake people out and things like that. So you'll bump somebody, they'll put a hand on the mat, you go to do a kimura, for example, they start pulling out of the kimura, and you can turn that into an arm bar, for example. So that's really what I'm looking at for people going from blue to purple, is efficiency and combinations. So the efficiency is found through combinations. Yes, they have a big emphasis on guard as opposed to escapes, and I expect their attacks to be getting pretty sharp, especially off their back, right? I really want to see people in their blue to purple journey spending a lot of time on their back, being very adept at using different types of guards and experiencing and knowing how to pass those different types of guards. For brown belt, so the journey from purple to brown, because in your journey from blue to purple, you're pairing up all your favorite combinations, then you tend to be very focused on the things that you're successful with and your favorite combinations. I call purple belt the belt of combination, the belt of favorites. So you tend to group together all your favorite techniques, make them very efficient, but you're also very predictable. Everybody knows, hey, watch that purple belt, he's really good at triangles, that guy's really good at footlocks, and you become renowned for a particular area, right? So what I'm looking at for brown belt is to let go of those favorites, to not have to rely on them, because you start to force things too much. You know your favorite areas, and you're dragging and forcing people into those areas, and you're neglecting what's right in front of you that's easier. So whereby there's a bringing together of techniques for blue to purple. From purple to brown, I'm looking for people to expand, to take the blinkers off, to have no favorites, and to start looking for what's easiest. So you're gonna be widening your horizons, widening your net of possible techniques, and starting to select the one that's easiest to do, the one maybe nearest you, the easiest one to do, right? So there's greater efficiency, there's a wider range of techniques that you're going to be looking at, and your favorites are always going to be there, but I don't want to see you like leaning on those so much. From brown to black, there's not that much of a difference in terms of their ability, so there's not that many more techniques. So what you're going to be looking for is the brown belt will have a wide range of techniques. They'll be selecting the right technique. What I'm looking for black is the timing of it. Yeah, so again, less forcing. Yeah, so listening to their breathing, timing things. So a perfect technique at the wrong time is the wrong technique. So what we're looking for is excellent timing. Yeah, not forcing the technique. Yeah, like the purple belt is renowned for, like their favorite technique, right? Now that they've opened up the range of techniques that they're looking for, right? Then you've got to go, when's the right time to execute this movement? Like watching the person's movement, listening to their breathing, and it's all about timing. Yeah, so from brown to black, what I'm looking for is execution of techniques at the right time. So blue belt, composure under pressure. Purple belt, efficiency through combinations. Brown belt is about have no favorite technique and widen your horizons. Black belt is about timing. Yeah. So as you travel through those, the amount of techniques that you're going to come across can be overwhelming. So what I prefer is to see a greater understanding of more basic techniques. Yeah, right. Rather than have to have a technique that the other person doesn't know, it's more impressive to have a technique that they do know, but done in a way that they can't stop it, either through misdirection. Maybe you bump the person to force them to think about their balance, and then you can take advantage of it that way. But I really don't like to see people forcing a technique, yeah, which is very common from white to blue because you're only really focused on one particular technique at a time. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that helps. It's a long and very rewarding journey. It's never a smooth path. There's lots of ups and downs, and persistence is key, and avoiding injuries. So stay safe out there. Bye.